Ashes of Creation has had its ups and downs, there's no denying that. Add on to that, the lead developer just left the studio. It's safe to say that the future is looking a little dimmer than it otherwise could be, but at the very same time, the Intrepid Studios team released the first footage of the early Siege gameplay from the alpha, and that is what we're going to take a look at today. Now, do note, before we go any further, I am going to be taking as unbiased a look as possible at this game. I urge you guys to go into this knowing full well that this is the alpha, this is not a beta, this is not the full version of the game that we are going to get, and therefore what we see here is not indicative of the final product that we'll receive whenever this game launches, 2023, 2024, 2025. But at the very same time, if we do not provide constructive feedback in whatever form, whether it be positive feedback or negative feedback, then they are never going to improve where they need to. Now, if you're interested in staying up to date with all of our Ashes of Creation content, or you just want to stay up to date with the channel in general, make sure to go on down, click that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps. It is going to aid us in pushing to 500,000 subscribers. And I mean, you'll be able to join and become part of the community. Now, we're not going to watch the entire 33-minute video because I feel like there's really no need to.
Jump, rise. This day we fight in defense of our homes. All right, sorry. Just want to repeat a little bit. Guys, we're excited to show you.
Admittedly, there is a lot of players on screen at the same time here, and there is no FPS issues thus far, so it's promising to see.
Just to give you guys an idea of what we want to
Wait,
do.
wait.
This Siege
Is Steven a
zone has
clicker?
a couple-
Instead of, he has his hotkey bound to 0,
I guess I should mount up.
but he scrolls on over and he manually clicks.
Just to
Oh
give you guys an idea
no.
of what we want to do here.
Not that I
This
have
Siege
anything,
zone has a couple
not that I
of
believe that being a clicker is necessarily a bad thing.
I think what we're going to start with is trying to take down that Frost Dragon because he's been over there causing.
So it looks like they're going to be initiating a big boss battle first.
Look at the throne real quick. Is it like a little?
Still diplomacy.
They're not very nice to attackers. Try and talk.
Oh, that's good.
You know what, like, upon first inspection, looking at this game, it very strongly resembles the Elder Scrolls Online and Guild Wars 2, but like I don't know, a more updated version, because the aesthetic
Front gates, we fear no.
of the environments, from what I can see, are very high quality.
Or out.
Ah,
The UI for
to the world.
conversations looks nice and sleek. The mounts look pretty good from what I can see.
We must
Great special effects on the Flaming Wolves.
attackers are preparing their assault. I love this ramp.
The minimap over there looks really bad. I'm not sure if it's just because it's completely transparent and you can only make out very vague lines for where the main route is, but
Quite a punching bag.
Yeah, so he's got a
the scenery is gorgeous. Wow. They have made some substantial improvements over the last time I took a deeper look at this game.
Who's our tank?
I guess.
Alright.
The UI for the
Want to get some hate up?
party over towards the left and the HP. Okay, so the UI for the party over on the left looks great, but the UI for the actual player with your HP and MP looks a little bit flat. I'm not entirely sure about that. And okay, before we continue, they need to do something about this. Look at all those debuffs or damage over time abilities that are just going to absolutely plague the top of the screen. Man.
Now, what do we need to look out for in this guy?
So, his frost breath is really dangerous.
Performance is really good thus far. Pleasantly surprised. Didn't think it was gonna...
Don't want to get hit.
I know a lot of people had concerns that the game was going to run very poorly.
It's like a fight here.
I mean, so the character animations for combat are still very clunky and very, I don't know, they don't quite fit with the overall theme of the game right now. And I know, like you could see it right there with that the guy casting. But I know you guys are going to say that they're working on altering the combat effects. They are working on altering the combat animations, and I understand that, but they need to drastically overhaul it because it looks so disconnected and so weightless, I guess. Like, this is a pretty traditional world boss battle or siege boss battle, so it looks good. Like, it looks good. I have no complaints. I was hoping that the boss would actually use abilities. Oh, he might be. Because I like how in Guild Wars 2, when you fight those big zone world bosses, they have so many different mechanics. That's something I haven't really seen replicated in many different MMOs. I feel like they handle it exceptionally well. I can see that this boss is using a few different things, like the whole frost fog across the ground.
We just lost half of our right.
And a lot of the people there, as always happens in these situations, did not know the mechanic and ultimately got wiped.
Clumsy was elected mayor.
I'm assuming here that they have like tools or gear that prevent them from taking damage, because as you can see, well, not necessarily prevent them from taking damage, but reduce the damage they take. So, I mean, the boss is pretty basic. It doesn't have like, from what I can see, it isn't too mechanically challenging, and that's perfectly fine. I'm sure they'll work on adding additional mechanics to the game, or to the boss fights as the game continues to be developed. But it looks like now they're going to be focusing on the PvP aspect of the siege. Is he going to hop on the little arbalist catapult? Wait, what is that? No, it's not an arbalist. It's a not ballista. Oh man, the word has completely escaped my mind. This is pretty cool. Not enough games utilize siege battles.
I just saw Trebuchet.
Wait, trebuchet. Was that the word I was thinking of? No. Trebuchet are, they fire boulders, right? So he's,
You gotta be careful. Those
as much as I would love to see him just look around left and right. Let's see if we can, okay, here we go. The enemies are finally attacking.
control of this ballista.
Ballista. Wait, so I was right the first time when I said ballista. Huh. You know, this is a pretty cool feature to the siege battles. I know it's not original, but at the same time, it looks pretty good. But much like with the combat, I feel like the
As we see their trebuchets,
ballistas, they kind of still lack some weight. And that is something that really needs to be looked at. As do the animations, because, let's see, watching them like take out, unsheath and resheath their weapons, have a very awkward animation for it. I know I'm getting a little nitpicky here, but
it says control point 2.
I feel like, again, I'm going to be blunt, I'm going to be unbiased, and I'm going to speak about the pros and the cons of everything I see. Okay, looks like he went out into the field now. Here are the siege weapons that they're going to attempt to use to break down the castle doors, the fort doors, fort gate. This kind of reminds me of a battleground in World of Warcraft. Not Isle of Conquest. It's when you'd hop off the boat for the first time, and then you'd hop on the siege weapons and try to break down the doors. Now, I know one of the main selling points for Ashes of Creation is its large focus on PvP content. So, from what I can tell, at least this one game mode looks
Somebody over here, envious.
challenging, and like they will definitely take it'll definitely take some time. And drawn out battles, PvP battles like in Alteric Valley were always the main appeal of Battlegrounds to me. Yeah, like here, look at the animation for the, I don't know, the ability here. Okay, I'll mute that because she sounds absolutely high. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a very, I don't know,
Asmongold. Get him.
Asmongold bald.
Target.
Oh boy. What a unique, well thought out name. Oh wait, he died. Okay, let's see how that went about happening.
Citadel.
Oh, crowd control in PvP. My favorite.
Killed by Xerxes.
Oh, he literally got 2-tapped. Wow. Oh, so there's, wait, is there aerial mounting in this in the PvP zone as well? Because I feel like that would probably allow for people to just fly over, right? I don't think so. Maybe you can only fly while you're within the confines of your fort. Like, from what I can tell, the magic effects look pretty good. They do. Like, the effects themselves, they look good. It's more just the animation with how you go about either using those magical abilities
Going down.
or
Got him.
using your physical abilities. It just,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, the regular text.
But I mean, that's my only complaint so far. The animations, everything else is looking really good, shaping up to be a very promising looking title. But again, it is multiple years off being playable for actual players. So, you know, players that don't necessarily buy into the alpha or the beta tests.
Oh no.
I mean, dude, that happens, you know? I think it looked like you were casting magic. I'm not sure what class you are, but it looked as though you were running in and attacking people as some kind of magic class, so... And you were attacking multiple of them. Oh, he used a console command to give him 40,000 HP more. So he went from having 1k HP to 43,000 HP. Now he's angry. He's gonna go out and he's going to dominate now. Okay, it looks like the reason he gave himself all that HP was he's not really participating in the battle. He kind of just wants to show off what the battles are going to be like. For those of you that took it seriously, what I said about him going in and dominating, it was a joke. Relax, okay? No need to overreact.
So many shield
I feel like, though, yeah, he's definitely losing some HP. He's down 3,000, almost 4,000 HP already. Yeah, the combat again. My main concern here, I feel like if they fix the combat animations, which again I know they're working on, then I guess my main complaint with the game will just be the fact that
push into that.
the game is still so far off. Which is perfectly understandable. I would rather them take their time. I would rather this game launch in 2024 or 2025, but the game to actually be a good game that players can enjoy, than getting a game in 2022, having it absolutely rushed and half-assed, and it turning out absolute garbage that dies within a month of it launching, kind of like Astelia or Bless or any other South Korean MMO that has launched in the last couple years. Like, I feel like the title for this trailer should have been something like showing off how awesome the gameplay in Siege Combat is, and also how janky the actual combat is. It'll be nice though to see like a before and after, kind of showing what the combat in the game was like, and then showing what the combat in the game is like.
Right now, pretty well. And as you all know, our strategy for castle sieges are intending to be 250 versus 250.
250 versus 250. That is a massive number of players.
And prior to this test, we had a test of about, I think we had about 230 or so players in this fight. And while there were, the bugs were more prevalent, the network actually wasn't too bad. Let's push into their camp if we can.
So they're gonna attack the enemy camp now. I can foresee the spear class as being highly irritating to go up against with all the CC they seem to have.
Whoa! Whoa! Where did all these guys come from?
The camp.
That might have been me. I'm just getting like ripped apart over here. Luckily, I gave myself a bunch of health. I'm like their personal raid bot. Oh, they might actually bring me down.
They're essentially attacking a raid boss here.
Oh no.
But this is a prime example of
Can't
PvP
move. I'm just getting
in
CC lock. No!
in
Get off of me.
mass group,
I'm
because they will CC you to oblivion and back.
4 times.
Yep, he's dead. So, okay. So what we saw in this trailer, or in this, it's not necessarily a trailer, in this kind of like a teaser for the siege feature of the game, was the dragon boss battle, and of course very janky animations, but the boss battle, which looked really, really cool. I hope they added additional mechanics for each different boss that you're going to encounter. I hope there are a bunch of different environments that you can do these sieges in, because I'm a huge fan of diversity here. I like having the ability to use ballista to rain down fire on your enemies, and I like the fact that there are going to be hundreds of players actively participating in these sieges concurrently. I know that as the game continues to decline in population, these are gonna kind of be barren, but for the first few months of its launch, when the game has, I don't know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of players, I feel like this is gonna be highly active and a lot of fun to participate in. Now, this is the gameplay. This is the most recent gameplay that they have shown, and in my genuine, honest opinion, from what I'm looking at, this does actually look pretty good. Now, but, and there is a but, and again, I have mentioned this multiple times, the combat, which is theoretically being overhauled in the very near future, looks bad. And that is just my opinion. I know that there are going to be some of you that instantly jump to this game's defense and say, no, the combat looks good, or, but the combat is being overhauled, and I understand that. I do, but it is not currently overhauled, and we do not have access to video or gameplay of what the new combat is going to look like. And my issue with the combat is that the animations are very janky, and the combat itself and the abilities just seem to lack a sense of weight behind it. Now, I'm genuinely hoping that they make improvements to the combat in a way that makes the combat feel like there's more depth to it, and that there's more weight behind your actions. I feel like genuinely, otherwise, I really have no complaints about the state of the game. This game could be a lot better than what is being shown right now. If, and I'm saying if here, this were the final product of the game, this would be an okay game. Now, the fact is this is still in alpha testing. So with that in mind, this game for an alpha game looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm honestly curious to see where this is going to go when it comes to the beta for the game, because there are going to be quite a few improvements made between now and when the beta goes live. Again, the lead designer for Ashes of Creation actually left the company to go pursue a career with another developer. So that is a little bit disconcerting to hear, because honestly, that is definitely going to set them back. It might not set them back that much. I know that they were preparing for his departure for weeks leading up to him leaving, but I guarantee you, anyone who is that major a part of the development process is going to set the team back, or the departure of someone that is that major a part of the development process is going to set someone back rather. And I'm genuinely curious to see how they're going to recover from this and how they're going to go about moving into the future. Now, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of what you guys are seeing. This is still very heavily in active development. They're working on this day in, day out. They're in the process of editing and altering every aspect of the game, and I am pleased to see that such drastic improvement has been made over the course of the last year from when I last took a deeper look at this game. I do believe that this is going to be at least another 3 years off releasing. Well, 3, maybe 4 years off of releasing fully, but again, that is completely understandable. This is not a big AAA developer, and even if it were, I would rather they take their time than rush the game and push out something garbage anyway. But I guarantee you, the developers behind the game are going to be looking not only at this video, but at the comment section to see how you guys are perceiving this teaser of the Siege system. So go down into the comment section below, leave your comments with whether or not you think this looks good, what you think needs improving, what you think needs absolutely trashing from the game, or what additions need to be made, what features need to be included. Like, just let them know in the comments what you want from this game, so they have a clearer direction of where they need to focus their attention. Anyway, guys, that is everything I wanted to talk about with regards to Ashes of Creation today. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.
Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah.